You want answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Back, folks. It is 0:30, and we're heading down the road. You want the truth. We all want the truth. We don't want to lie to ourselves, right? We all pretend like, yeah, it's cool, I can handle it. Well, let's talk about some truth here. Truth in advertising, folks. Well, there's been advertising SHTF for a long time. It's just people didn't see the commercials for what they were. Right? America is made up of a certain type of thinker. America is composed of many levels, of course, but there's a true sense of American in there. I'm not talking about ghettos. I'm not talking about religious wackos, right? There's this mainstream America, and it has been absolutely buried by advertisements. You know, like Dylan Mulvaney. It's been buried by the abortion activists trying to make their position. Everyone wants to sell their position as normal. What is normal? What is acceptable? What will Americans buy? Right? It's a big advertising and marketing campaign, America. Everything is for sale. Everybody can be bought. Right? That seems to be the game they want to play. It's the game we've been playing. So, an ad came out. A new U.S. Army advertisement. And I can tell you exactly what happens in the ad. There's a helicopter. There's men inside of it. They're going to have to jump out. There's a little bit of fear and trepidation. They show white guys. White guy jumps out. White guy lands. He's happy. He gets up. He and other white guys walk away. It's the U.S. Army. Corn-fed American-looking white boys. You know, you just have to ask the question, why now? No women. Folks, there weren't even any black or Asian men. Certainly there were no drag queens wearing fishnet stockings, screaming like 5-year-old little girls as they jump out of the back of the helicopter. There was no limp-wristedness in it. It looked like, almost an army ad from when I was a kid. Except when I was a kid, when you got done jumping out of a helicopter, we were told you will start gritting your teeth and screaming and snarling like a murderous man as you scream into battle with your rifle, because that's what you're supposed to do. Well, wait a minute, take that back. That was the Marine Corps. When I was a kid, they jumped out of a helicopter, and man went over and sat down next to his black sergeant and said, "Good morning, Sarge," and they're having a cup of coffee. And they say, before 9 a.m., we do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day. That's just probably true at the time. But, even back in the 80s, commercials they had diversity. But it looked more like America. The diversity they've been selling us, the advertising, the marketing is that America's gay and America's fruity and America needs women trying to kill people and needs women trying to act like men. Yada, 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 yada. Why are they doing this? Why are they advertising to Southern white boys and farm white boys and Midwestern white boys? Why are they selling, that idea? But that's the Army. Now, we do know the Army's recruiting goals are way, 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 way down. They're also, of course, trying to recruit senior citizens. And you just can't do it. Senior citizens cannot stand in the same room as these kids today. It's just not going to happen. So questions. Why are they doing this? Right? We played Spot the Difference. It was stark. It was screaming in our faces. After Lipstick and Lace Milli Vanilli, General of the Army, you know, the lover of the Chinese Communist Party, he left. And now we're getting this. Is it that we have war coming? And they need real soldiers to fight? So they're getting these young white, are the white boys of America going to fall for it? I know for a fact, folks, that the black boys ain't going to change their minds about the Army. That is not the place you want to go when we've got World War III looming. Like, they know, fuck, every time there's been a very nasty war, you know, they throw the black people in the meat grinder, just like Zelensky throws his people in the meat grinder. Not a good scene. Not good, right? White guys know it too, folks. But they're trying to appeal to that sense of white Christian American man. Needs to be patriotic. And that's really, you know, they needed a little more Marine Corps American flag waving in there, in that Army commercial, to really, really drive into that patriotic sense of America. Except, you know, these people in Washington, I'm pretty sure just last week, I'm pretty sure they hate America. So why the change now? Why the change? And it wouldn't happen in 1 week, folks. They're probably looking at the recruiting goals. They're down. They're like doing some test polling, and they go, oh, yeah, it's all the fucking fruit salad tossers out there. Yeah, that's who the problem is. You know, seeing Army officers who look like fucking nerd rejects from the 80s that grew up, you know, putting lipstick on their male pattern baldness. That's just not fucking selling. And giving everyone ribbons and badges and medals for wearing high heels is not a fucking way to do it. You know, dressing these guys up and trying to make them look and feel important. Just incredible. Anyways, why are they doing this? This is the question. Why? Why are they doing this now? Are we going to World War III and we need a military stocked with decent fucking candidates to go into war? Well, let's just assume the answer is yes. We need to fight Russia, China, and Iran. And we don't want a bunch of fairies out there. You know, that'll just encourage the enemy to fight harder, because they'll be fighting not only against America, but against an immoral bunch of freaks. And they will not fear the freaks. So, I'm looking at this going, well, isn't that a good thing that they don't want these freaks in there? Oh, no, they want them in there, folks. When they show up, they'll be sure to give them their gender drugs. But remember, the military is run by the Pentagon. And the Pentagon is full of these woke freaks, and they're not going away. They're not going away. And it is under their direction, their guidance, their rules of war, their planning, their strategy, that these young men will go to battle and be killed. That's correct. Because they want to fight by rules that they make up in their head and say that matters. The same way they think everything else that can be woke, well, that'll be just fine. Their diversity and equity and inclusion rules. The enemy doesn't see that. The enemy sees real estate and they want to take it. They see an enemy and they want to kill him. War is about killing people, breaking things. Period. Blowing shit up and killing people. And that's what they want white people to sign up for again? Waving the flag while you go to war? Born on the 4th of July? Oh, I tell you, folks, I don't trust them. This is their plan. They're in charge. If they, meaning the Pentagon, have changed their advertising campaign, it's because they want to try and attract stupid young white men who have no other choice, no other alternative. As the economy goes to shit, there's no jobs. America is a fucking lost cause. Many will join the military thinking, well, it's okay now. But where are they going to be sent, and what are the missions? As it is, I did not really enjoy seeing people come back from Afghanistan. It was rough. It was rough. In any event, think about it. They're advertising SHTF. Are you buying? Hey, I'll see you tonight.
Audio Jungle.